Hey Sherrie, hey Sherrie, hey Sherrie. Open Spotify Halloween party playlist.
I couldn't find Halloween party in your music.
Hey Sherrie, hey Sherrie. Oh, you're a huff now? Hey Sherrie. Open Spotify.
Opening Spotify.
Oh, stupid f***ing. Hello. Oh no, wait, it has to be spooky. Hello. And welcome back to Halloween Hen. Today I wanted to do something a little bit Halloweeny because it's October, yay! And I'm so excited. I love Halloween, which is funny for someone who doesn't really like being scared or scary movies or horror or anything like that, but I just think Halloween is the best time to let your creativity come alive, and it's an excuse for a grown adult to craft things and paint their face, and I just love it. Anyway, if you are having a Halloween hen, then you should enjoy this episode of Crafting with Cocktails. I don't have a cocktail. I need to go and get a drink. Ta-da! As if by magic, now I have a drink. I'm gonna have to film the intro again because I've just realised my lipstick changed halfway through. Consistency! What was I saying? Yes, crafting with cocktails. If you'd like to see how I make my cocktails, you can go to my Instagram at howtohen, all one word, and I have a highlight on there called cocktails, and all of these that I make on Instagram before I come here and I do this. So for today's Halloween themed / hen do themed activity, we are going to make a Witch Please board. Hopefully this turns out beautiful and great and looks something like this. Hopefully that was great and not totally homemade and crap looking, but let's do it. Let's find out. So the only things that you will need for part one of this is some kind of board. Now I have this old board that I chucked some paint on at some point and I hate this. Didn't turn out how I wanted it, so I'm just going to paint over it in black. You can either buy a board like this from Borders because they're just coloured boards already in black, or just buy any colour you want and paint it black, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a silver Sharpie to write. You could use silver paint and a paintbrush, or I'm sure that there are beautiful stencils that you can buy, probably from places like Hobbycraft, with really nice font and sort of signage lettering. Buy a couple of those, put them on there and just paint over the top. Basically, however you want to write on this, you can. And for this part, that's all I'm going to do. I think what I'll do is I'm going to do separate videos, but for right now, we're just making the sign. So let's do it. Black paint, paintbrush, water, and I have some kitchen roll just for wiping down the brush. So I'm just going to put this paint straight on to the board, and then I'm going to thin it out a bit as we go, because I'll probably need to do quite a few layers to make sure you don't see any of the stuff that's underneath. Just making sure I do the edges as well. Okay, so it's a little patchy in places, just because I thinned out the paint a little bit as I was going, so I'm just going to go over it in those places where it's kind of patchy, because I really want it to be just like a thick solid black as much as I can get. Okay, so I've done both sides now. I have printed out my Witch Please in a font that I liked, and I'm just going to place it where I think I want it to go. Originally, I wanted it to be much bigger and take up the whole board, but I might add some sort of framing to this, because as it stands, it's a bit on its own. So I definitely want some sort of frame, which might eat into the sides a little bit and the space that we've got. So I want to keep my writing in the middle. So that actually looks pretty centered to me. I think I quite like where that is just there. So my method here to make sure I get this font is to use a pencil to draw over the top of this and sort of emboss it into the board, because the board itself is quite pliable, which means if I dig into it, it will leave a mark that I can then follow with the silver Sharpie. So let's do that. Let's see. Yeah, that's much better. So when I get down to sort of this level and I really look, I can see it catching the light. So that's good. Perfect. Okay. Okay, great. So I leaned a little bit harder on the please. I don't know if you'll be able to read it really from there, but it's just sort of lightly embossed so that I can see where the writing is supposed to go. Now in my head it was always going to be silver, but the more I'm thinking about it, with all the sort of orangey colours and everything, I might make it gold because I think that maybe gives me more options for a frame. I think I might do some sort of gold painted frame around the outside, in which case I think the writing itself should probably be gold. So let's swap this out for a gold Sharpie. Now I have gold, or I have this sort of bronze colour, which I think, let me see, let's test. I think I like the bronze better. It's got a slightly warmer tone to it, which with the oranges and everything just makes sense. So let's do bronze. Ow, right in the eye. God damn it, stop. See, I like leaving the cherry until the end. Right, let's do it. Okay, so once you've got your outline done, you can go back in a little bit and sort of tidy up corners and edges that maybe didn't go as neat as you would have liked them to. This one here wasn't great, so I'm gonna just take a little bit of artistic license with it. Obviously, the better you are at calligraphy, the easier this bit will be. I am not very good at calligraphy, so this is a little bit stressful, but it's okay. Please is slightly bolder than which, but that's okay, I don't mind that because it's supposed to be like which please. Like it's the emphasis is on the please, so the fact that it's a little bit bolder is not a problem. I love it. So yeah, it's obviously not quite done because it needs a frame. It needs something around here. I haven't quite decided what that is. So I'm gonna do a part 2 of this video, I think, because I don't want it to be too long. So I'm gonna do 2 parts and I'm gonna figure out what's going around this edge here. I might do black tissue paper with a little bit of gold dry brushing over the top, like a sort of bronzy gold, because I have this in paint format too. And I might do that around the edge in a sort of scrunched up tissue format, but I'll go away and I'll think about that. For now, this is it. Yay! So if you enjoyed that and you want to see part 2, please make sure that you subscribe, hit the little bell because I only post once a week, you don't get spam. This little How to Hen Halloween mashup that I'm doing is only going to last so long and then I'll have to wait another year. Wow. So make the most of it while you can. If you are doing a Halloween themed hen bachelorette party, let me know in the comments or wherever you're seeing this, Instagram, Facebook, you can direct message me. I love hearing from you guys, okay? So with that, happy henning, happy Halloween, and I will see you for part 2 where we're going to finish this off, right? Love you, bye! Delicious. Hello. Well, looks like I'm going to need another drink for part 2. Oh well.